Today we're looking at the LPT dump. So on the LPT, we outfitted it with the Pacesetter Edition. What that is it's a group of options that are the most popular options for the LPT that you, the consumer, has said, hey, that's what means the most for the work I do. So the Pacesetter includes the solar panel up front so that when the trailer's sitting off beside your shop on the days it's not working, it's collecting that sunlight and it's keeping the battery charged. It also includes a hydraulic jack. If you have not used a hydraulic jack, it will blow your mind. In those hot summer days when you're unhooking and hooking up, you don't get back in the truck all sweaty. And the same when it's cold outside, it's a push of a button, you're hooked up so much quicker and you're unhooked. The next thing that the Pacesetter Edition comes with is the raised front and board bracket. Raised front means we raise the front of the dump body to equal the height of this added board bracket. We put a 2x6 treated board at the top here, which is great for when you're loading over the side with a bucket. If you were to contact the board and maybe bust the board, you can replace it, versus hitting the side and busting the powder coat, which is again harder to repair, could be more damage. And then the board bracket also gives you added cubic capacity inside, effectively raising the height of your sides up to, in this case, about 29 inches, because you got 24 plus about a 5.5 inch board. So you got about 29.5. Next, with the Pacesetter Edition, you get the 3/16 super heavy duty fender, whereas the industry standard on fenders is a 14 gauge fender. 3/16 and 14 gauges, let's see, 11 gauge is about 1/8 of an inch. So it's even thinner than 1/8. The 3/16 fenders is that 3/16 super heavy duty thick. And that a way that if you're using the trailer and you accidentally bump it, or you have somebody that works for you using it, or you go to the gravel pit and they're loading over the side and they bump the fender, it's not going to crumple or tear the fender up. It's super strong and it's going to maintain its shape and integrity for a long time. The last addition in the Pacesetter is the stabilizer drop legs. Those are used for loading equipment into the bed of the trailer. Say you're loading a Mini X or a skid steer. It really stabilizes your approach into the trailer on the equipment. You have, of course, the bed would be down flat. You drop that stabilizer drop leg just above the ground, allowing the suspension to compress when you're loading, but it doesn't take all the weight off the back of your tow vehicle and try and roll forward. It keeps it a really nice, steady loading approach. A few other things that we added to this LPT are the fork holder step combo. So say you have that skid steer and you need to get a set of forks to the job site, but you have the bucket on the skid steer. You don't really have anywhere up front in the back of the truck and you're not taking another trailer. Easy enough, you slide your forks into the fork holders here. You put a strap right around the mast. They're sucked up against the side of the trailer and you're able to transport those to the job site while having your skid steer with the bucket on the front. A few other things to note about this LPT, it has our new 3D badging on it. It looks really slick. It's updated, automotive. You have the HD V-tongue lid with the storage inside and the extended deck space on top. So those are standard things that come with this LPT. And finally, capping off the features to this LPT is the beastly 3-stage telescopic cylinder and 14-ply all steel radial tires. Jump on diamondc.com to learn more and